Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Because I have. I was on a hen do. We didn't get too crazy. We were. But yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you? Bug Rock, thank you for catching the bubbles. Thanks for checking in. I hope you're having a good time today. Right. The plan today. The Vexpo's in like a month, less than a month. Time is a cruel mistress. I'm gonna make some stickers to hand out to people I meet. I'm very excited about it. So the plan is, I want to do a circular design. I kind of want to redraw this little guy that I think I made her about a year ago. I want to redraw her, but I kind of like the general vibe of the pose. But yeah, and then my new little logo. Gonna stick that in the corner. Gotta figure that out. Well, yeah, that's the plan for today. Do some general repositioning first. That can go sideways. Not sure how to position that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good weekend. What were the highlights? I had an afternoon tea. That was nice. Me love some tiny sandwiches. Oh boy. Highlight. Maybe more like that? Maybe I should not worry too much about where the logo goes till we finish the rest of it. Though whatever way up the logo is does kind of give the suggestion of which way up the sticker goes. Hold on. Oh, actually, that's all right. We are going to redraw this guy, though. I must remember. So final positioning might change. Because I need to fix some anatomy here, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Right here. I should grab myself a reference image for what I look like now, because this one's based off of my previous model. Blah 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 blah. Hold on, give me a second to remember things. Where did I put it? Where does it go? Wait a minute. Reshots. Where are we? There we go. Let's grab her. Top corner. To remind myself what I look like. I'm trying to remember any details of the weekend, which makes it sound like I got a little bit drunk. I didn't. Well, maybe got a little bit tipsy. I'm not usually a drinker. I don't really find much joy in getting sloshed, so I usually don't. Okay, what do I like about this pose? I like that it's dynamic. I I like the happy little arms going inside. Let's find a fun colour to use. I like my little arms going out. That's my little torso. I think my hip positioning is a bit too twisty. I don't think normal bodies usually do that. And I think the angle of the wings is a little bit off. I know I recall I kind of struggled with trying to figure out how that should have worked. Let's leave the wings off for now. Let's just figure out where everything else is going. Big old head. Do I like the positioning of the head? I think I do. That's fine. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-do. Figure out what I want the legs to do. Oh, we could do... Hold on. Like a more of a bent leg type thing. Hold on, let's get the hips in. That kind of thing. Ooh, yes, maybe. Maybe. Little tootsies. But no, that looks a bit too much like standing up. I don't think that's quite as exciting. This is why I normally do the initial sketches. When I do art streams, this is usually why I do the initial sketches beforehand. They're usually the night before, so I can just stand here and be unsure of myself. The arm.
Hello!
Hello, hello! Joe, how are you doing? How are you doing today? How's your weekend? Are we having fun? You poking your little head in? You snoozing? You sleepy snoozing? I'm kind of... Recap. Making a little sticker design for Vexpo to hand out. I really kind of like this... it's not a thing, I just made it so I could stick it on top of... stick it on top of other stuff. As a general purpose, a little bit of artwork. But I kind of like the pose. The pose is a little bit funky on reflection. As I look back and I critique myself, the pose is a little bit funky. What's a Vexpo? The VTuber Expo, the con. The con! It's in the at the end of September. Which date is it? I'm going on the Saturday. And hopefully we'll bump into some other cool people. Expo in Birmingham, and I'm very excited for it. And I'm gonna make some stickers. I think several people are making stickers and various things, but yes, I'm very excited. And if I have stickers left over. It's at the NEC in Birmingham on the, I think, I'm going on Saturday, I think, which is the 19th? 18th? 19th? Something like that. Anyway. Trying to draw a pose. Maybe let's put the wings in a little bit. Maybe I put the wings in to avoid having to figure out what the rest of the body is doing. Really like to maintain a wide hipness. we still have this leg going this way, but then maybe this one kicks back? Though I'm not sure we'll see much of the leg behind. And it looks too much like a running pose. I really want it to seem floaty. Floaty and flyy. Oh. Struggle and suffering. We could do 2 bent legs. I could put a little wand in my hand. I don't know if I've ever drawn myself with a little fairy wand. And then we could do some big sparkles. Make good use of space. Oh, actually, we're getting somewhere. Or if I'm feeling braver, I can figure it out. Maybe we have its one leg bent going back and then another kind of coming up. I will struggle a bit more with this. Maybe struggle. I think no. I think I got it. I think just the I think I might hack this. Peppermint, hello! Good morning, how are you doing? Don't like this leg behind. Don't like what that's doing so much. Straight leg. Or maybe what we could do is we have this leg that's kind of closer to our viewpoint. Too expensive? I know, I got my ticket. It is more expensive this year, I was surprised. I think just the Saturday ticket was like 50 schmackarooge. I think it was like only 35, 40 last year. It's a little pricey. I really wanted to go. I mean, that's the struggle sometimes. Like, I can appreciate the train ticket would cost more than the con ticket. Oh, yeah. That's what's what. That's the fucking trains. We need the train tickets capped to £2 too. That'd be nice. Oh, no, don't get me started on the cost of public transport, especially the trains. Nothing cool ever happens in Scotland. I know, like... Sometimes I feel like just the whole of the UK gets left out a bit compared to all the cool, like, conventions you see happening in America land. And I feel like we're out in the sticks here, but you're like ultra sticks. You're ultra in the middle of nowhere. I do feel for you, Let's flip this. Maybe this will make more sense if I flip. What them leggies do. Let's also make the brush smaller. We could do like a little straight legs, like little pointy toes, which I have another pose sort of doing. Hey, with your head back. Wait, did your head back even work? Did I miss that? Did it not appear when the noise happened? Hold on. Usually I look up and I catch the little head patty happening. Head pat did not head pat. Hold on. Where's the... That's me manually. Okay, so that's working. Oh, well, let's do some troubleshooting. Close enough. Let me do some troubleshooting. Let me test run the command. Okay, so okay, hold on, let me edit the command. Oh, for some reason VTube has VTube Studio disconnected from Mix It Up. Bear with. That looks like that might be the problem. I was a little bit flustered this morning. I opened things in a non-standard order and I think it has upset them. Let me remember where the thing is. It says it's connected. I'll fix that later. Have to get up and be human, be back later. Go be human. Go. Live. Get coffee or something. Right. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out. We're gonna have cute little fairy pose. Maybe this leg like that. We could make work. That's kind of working. I think the general idea of the leg positioning I like. I think I've not actually... Yeah, I would like it to look dainty and magical. Not sure if we're quite achieving daintiness and magicality, though, if I'm being honest. Does it look dainty and magical to you? Ah, I don't think it is. Hold on, let's go back. Don't like that. I hate everything I've ever created. Cursed, cursed, cursed. What was I saying? I'm like, maybe this pick up and then this one straight. Kind of recreating this pose, but more like how it closer to maybe how it would actually work without the hips twisted at an unnatural angle. Let me fix this. Maybe I'm drawing the thighs too thick, and that's why it's not working. That's probably what I'm doing. I am making a caricature of myself at this point. Right, no, let's slim down these leggies. Because on the model I got some decently stocky legs. They're just not this ridiculously stocky. So get rid of that. Let's focus. Little leggy. It's like a straight leggy. Fix that. Then this leggy bent. Doing this thing. I would like the little foot to peek out from behind that leg. That's what we're going for. that is the plan. We just might need to adjust things until that works. Also, maybe I should make it this way round, because I am right-handed. Maybe we should have the wand on that side. I can always flip the logo later. Ooh, also maybe, where do I draw the things? There we go. We can do the wings coming out either side because we're a bit more forwarded. What's the word? Facing forward. I'm gonna adjust this though. I'll worry about the wings later. Oh, I'm trying to worry about everything later. I'm trying to put off all the things I'm like, oh, this is a little bit tricky. Oh, we're tricky. Let me figure it out. Let me figure it out. Right. You kind of pull that bit now. Right. Right. I keep saying right. I'm gonna merge these really scruffy sketches down together. Whack down the opacity, and then I'm gonna go back in. Make the brush a lot smaller. Yo, Bob, hello, how are you doing? How are you? How was your weekend? Good. Sketches normally work out better when you do the sketch in the same sort of line thickness as the final piece. Right. Let's get a bit more detail in. Don't know where to start. That's about what my ears look like. We can figure out the details. Good. I'm very quiet today. My volume down. Very quiet today. What about you? Hold on. I have been mildly fiddling with some of my microphone settings. Does that sound better? Does that sound more closer to normal? Hopefully it is. Yeah, I was fiddling with microphone settings. Because, as anyone who's ever heard a recording of their own voice will know, will understand my problem. I can't remember why specifically, but I was watching a stream back, which meant I was hearing what my voice sounds like. I was like, I sound terrible. I feel like for the past few weeks, I've been sounding like I've been inside a tin can. And I'm not a big lover of it. Chitties in there. Well, this is an opportunity to give myself a new little... another outfit design. Every time I draw myself, unless I'm doing something very simplified, my little outfit always changes a little bit. I mean, the general sort of vibe of it stays the same. It's always a little purple mini dress. Shoulders there, whatever. I have to draw myself with elbows. Not worrying about it too much right now. I just want to get hold got a little wand. And I'll find references for the tricky bits later. I'm just going to do like a... Yeah, good for that. I feel like this knee is too far down. Actually, I think maybe I want it more like... Yeah. I never know what I'm doing. I don't like this leg. It looks like I'm just standing there. It looks like I'm just standing there and I'm not. I'm flying. I'm floating like a pretty little fairy. I think I need to... I don't know. Oh, man. God, I thought I had that figured. Maybe it's like bend to the planted foot? Yeah. Oh, yeah, so it's also bending a little like that and then that. Oh, yes, I think that might be it. I think I've still got like the length of this behind leg wrong. I might swap them over. One of them's bent a lot, one of them's bent slightly. I think that's the general vibe I want. Let me step away from the legs for just a moment to get some of the rest of this in. Big old eyes. These are gonna change a bit. General position and shape, right? I could do little smiley eyes, maybe? It does not look happy. Desperately trying to make myself look happy. Wink, wink. Might have to resize this. And sideburn pieces. Do I want that sticking up? That way do I want it curving in? Do it curving in and covering the cheek a little. Yes. We'll worry about the face last. It's usually the bit I struggle with the most, I feel. Bit. Trying to keep it scruffy. The hair back here. Oh, my little tiara. I need to remember I'm a little princess. Yeah, the wings around. Where is you? Let's find you. Ooh, where's this other hair bun going? It's just peeking over here. I don't think we can see it that well. It's behind there. Maybe? Something like that. That looks about right. Bunches, braids, pigtails. Behind there. It's kind of crossing over with the wand a lot. Do I want that? I'm liking. I think I'm liking. Yes. Let's try this tiara again. I tend to be a bigger fan of the sketch than finished drawings. Yeah, I know. I think I've been watching a lot of, well, not a lot of, but I've had quite a lot of sort of videos turn up on my feed that are like addressing that issue. It's like, hey, does your sketch always look great? And then you go for your line art and it turns to doo-doo. This is why. And one of the tips I've heard is like, you should try to sketch in a pen with the same line thickness as like what your line art is going to be. Because if you've got a really thick sketch, thickly lined sketch, and it's more difficult for you then to find the lines when you're going in with line work or something. What was the other bit of advice? There's another bit of advice too. I forget it. I forget it now. I think the other bit of advice was just like, yes, sometimes sketches are messy, but you should try to make your sketch as, like your final sketch, the one that you're actually going to do the line work over, as tidy as possible. Because the reason your sketches often look a lot more appealing than your final line work is because there's all these kind of messy lines all going over each other. Our brains are very good at like pattern recognition, so our brains will just naturally kind of take all of the mess and just like take some averages and ignore the bits we don't like and just find the most appealing line out of all of them. And then you go to do your line work and then you have to like consciously choose what the most appealing line is, and sometimes our brains don't choose so good when we're doing it on purpose. Get this back over. Not sure. Where is it? Yeah. Not sure I like where this other bun is. I think it's actually good at its kind of deal where it's more or less hidden behind the head, but I insist on drawing it anyway. You know? I'm going to put this all into a layer because I'm realizing now I'm going to have to like resize it. Not going to fit. Hair too big. I'll grab a different colour for the tiara because I can't see what I'm doing. Can't see what I'm doing, can't remember what I was trying to do. Right now I'm regretting giving myself a tiara at all. Like, why? Why would I give myself another thing? I have to draw and get right each time. It's roughly there. I'll figure out the details later. I'll put it, that can be a future me problem. And by future me, I mean, like me in a couple of hours. Probably less than. Messy sketch. Let's make that even. You dress. I'm going to go back and forth on bits and pieces until I'm happy. A little backless dress. I think this boob needs to come out a little bit more. Oh no, yeah, actually this one's too big. Oops. Waistline where the skirt attaches is about there. She's tilted forward, we kind of see. I think this line for the skirt is more or less good. I think that needs to go around that way a bit more. The general vibe. Floofy skirt. Add some details or something, some frills. I've not got nearly enough frills or floof actually happening on my outfit. That's the thing I want to change. That's not good. Next time I update the model. Let's add some more details. Some frills, some ruffles, some ruching, maybe pin tucks. We love a pin tuck. Something a little bit more exciting, you know. Fashion. I don't think I've actually added any useful information for myself there. I've just scribbled on top of what I've already done. Right, let's look in and get serious, or try to. Ooh, that's a thought. Look in and get serious. Wait a minute, I'm gonna maybe freak out in the face. Beans. Oh, I grabbed an energy drink and then I dropped them all on the floor. Okay, I'm back up again. Okay, I'm serious. I'm under-caffeinated. That's my excuse. I had a big weekend. For me. And now I don't have enough caffeine. Let's see if I can open this can. Oh, there we go. Caffeine. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right, I'm trying to get serious. I've done my hair the wrong shape. I'm just looking at myself on the screen. I think my problem is I draw by little goofy goobers of myself. You know, the little silly little gremlin types. I very much enjoy drawing of myself. I think because I default to drawing myself like that too much, I forget the actual model has like details and just used to doing her oversimplified. Let's I've got little doohickeys here of my little fringe, see? Little doohickeys like that. Technically. Forgot about those. Let's add them. Let's remember what I look like, huh? Let me do that. I don't spend a lot of time staring at myself. I'm trying to remember the last time I drew anything. I think it's been a hot minute. I feel very out of practice. That hair look okay? I think it looks okay enough. Hold on. I've realised what I've done here is I've kind of followed the initial. This is quite a simplified sketch of my previous model. Is it even the previous one, or was it with one before? It might be the. No, I think it's just the previous one. I can't keep track. I keep making myself models too often. Can I make it look more sort of actually like model accurate? I've got a very slightly pointy chin. Very slightly. There's a lot of roundness to it. Yeah, let's give myself a little bit of the chin shape. Maybe. We can always change it back. That's just still round. That's just still round. Fuck it. We're keeping it round. I'm not dealing with this. Happy with that. That looks fine. I like the way that looks. Like that is quite chunky and voluminous. Like this bit too, equally so. Let's take a bit more of a serious crack at the tiara. Maybe, let's do my little antenna first, because maybe that'll help me figure out what I'm doing, what's going on. How did I get here? What led me down this path in life, do you wonder? I wonder. That's about right. E. Ooh. Oh, that's too big. That's way too, way too big. That should not stick out that much. Yeah, that's about right. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, I'm getting very excited for Vexpo. I'm most excited because I know Nietzsche's going to be tabling there, and I intend to save up some pocket money and buy a whole bunch of merch from her. Little stuffs. And loads of stuffs. Figure out this tiara. What was I thinking when I first thought up this idea? I was not thinking of future me, which is now present me. No, antennas tend to cover up some of the points, is the problem. Ooh, well, we can simplify a little bit. Hold on. Does that look like a tiara? I'll worry about it later. I'll worry about it. Let's get some other stuff in. I think this bun needs to be back here more. I have not drawn the back of my own head. I've removed that issue. Ish. Up here, and then the bun attaches. Bun's back here. Do. Bum. Turning my head to the side to try and see what's going on back there. Oh no, layers. A bunch of stuff. Bim. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't feel like that makes sense. I don't feel like that makes sense. I have a non-zero chance of me rage quitting this for today. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. I'm gonna get it done. Struggling. I'm struggling. I'm not hungover. I want to make that clear. I've never been hungover in my entire life. Drawing that picture is making me mad and sad, so I'm going to switch to something else. My little fluffs. That's what we're going to draw. They're pretty straightforward. Bum. Wait. Have I drawn my tits on the right part of their body? Quite positioned correctly. image. Do I need to draw the neck in? I think the chin is more or less covering the neck area. All that we would see, really, I think, is the neck. But... yeah, that would probably do. Yeah, that would probably. Oh, let's draw hands and arms. So I can see what's going on. Let's zoom out so I can see what's going on in the context. Ooh, I don't think we want to be sort of... of course, this is just like a missing. I don't think we want to be like grasping the wand like a something or other. I think maybe shall we try? I need to look up a reference image for like hand holding. Ooh, maybe. Hold on, I'm looking at my own hand holding my pen. I think we want thumb on the shaft, finger round, finger over top, because that's just roughing out. Yeah, and then fingers over top. That's very roughed out. I'm gonna have to find a better reference for this. That's the general idea of what we want. A dainty little hand holding a magic wand. The star's just gonna be like that. Working on drawing, but I'm just lost on hair shading. Lost as in you don't know what you're doing, or like lost as in just like so in the zone. So in the zone. Because I like getting into that. Okay. I think I hate what's happening. I think I started off on the wrong foot, and we've just been out of step the whole way. It feels I'm gonna have to start again. I hate everything I've done. I hate everything I've done. We're gonna have to start again. I'm just gonna hide the layers I've done so far. Wait. I'll just put everything in a group together so we can grab it back if we need to later on. Hated everything. Hated it. Don't know what I'm doing. You can do. I believe. I mean, when I topped it, always just zoom out and just stare at it. If you can flip the canvas, like mirror the canvas, mirror it, and so it's like the other way around. So like your eyes, it feels like fresh to your eyes. I mean, when I was like back in school studying art, our art teachers always told us like, hey, sometimes you just need to walk away from what you're doing, look at something else for a while, do something else, and then come back and just so it's a bit fresh, a bit new. Because if you're staring at something for hours on end, it just kind of stops really registering in your brain properly. So sometimes you need to take a little break. I think sometimes because we're often working on like, you know, physical canvases, sometimes the teachers will be like, turn it upside down, to see if, so, you know, and look at it while it's upside down and see, does it look weird? Of course it looks weird, it's upside down, but, you know, you might notice something. Like, often my teachers would be like, oh, turn it upside down, because even upside down, especially for like things like color values or like shading and stuff like that, it should still kind of make sense, even if you cannot see clearly what the thing is meant to be anymore. So yeah, sometimes you just have to like stare at a wall for 5 minutes and then look back at what you're drawing. But anyway, I was looking back at what I was doing. I was like, I was not off to a good start. Right, I'm going to look up a reference image for a pose. I'm going to find a pose I actually like, and then I'm going to draw it rather than try. Because the thing is, the image we started off with, which is this little guy, which I drew years ago, and I think this was based off a pose reference, but I think I moved things around a bit, which I do. Sometimes you can get away with, but the anatomy on that is not great, and I want to make something similar but better. I want something fresh. Right. Let me find a pose. But anyway, I was starting off from this, and because the anatomy wasn't great and the pose wasn't, I mean, I pretty much want the same thing, just something better. Let's see what I can find. Let's see what I can find. Usually when I'm looking for like pose references or inspiration, I often go and I scroll through Pinterest. You do have to watch out because there is a lot of AI on it, but if you keep your eyes peeled, it's great as a starting point. Just trying to find something I like the look of that. Because I want a pose that is kind of like a bit open like this to kind of show off a bit more of the act. I'm not wearing a lot of clothes. I'm only wearing a little kind of purple mini dress. So any kind of poses that have like arms or legs crossed over, it just completely hides my little outfit. So I don't want that. Just trying to find something. Yoni, hello! Do any of us know what we're doing on this mortal coil? God, no. Not a clue. Right, bear with me a second. How you doing?
Yay!
Yay! And you grabbed first. Nice job.
Hello!
Ooh, actually, I've just seen something I like better. I'm not going to bother dragging into Critter. I'm just going to look at stuff and draw for using my eyeballs. That could work. Okay. Hi, Cameron. I need to hide that because that's just going to distract me. I'm going to hide that too. How you doing, Cameron? How was your weekend? What's everyone doing right? I'm going to draw it small first. Something like that. It's like a leg of the leg. No, I don't like. I'm gonna be stuck here for a while. Oh, I thought I liked it, then I didn't. Do. Are we back from ads? I'm still suffering. I'm trying to find. It's not gone horribly wrong. I just did not like the pose I had. I need to find a better reference. Or any reference at all, frankly. Ooh. Maybe? Oh, I'm just opening stuff opening images in new tabs, and I'll have a think about what I want for sure. But yeah, that's the thing that happens sometimes. I get started on something and then I'm like, ooh no, I hate it. Ooh no, I hate everything I've ever created. What is this slop? What is this slop? Get there eventually. It make me feel bad when I have to be like, no, I need to start all over again. We never really want to have to scrap everything we've done and start all over again. However, sometimes you just have to be like, actually, no, that's the best thing for it. So I'm just scrolling through Pinterest trying to find pose reference that I like. That has the vibe I want. I might not find one. That's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. Do. Bum. Anyway, I was asking, how was everyone's weekend? What did everyone get up to? I went on a hen do, and it was a lot of fun. And I didn't. It wasn't a crazy one. We made a lot of jokes about doing crazy things, but we were actually like a very chill and relaxed group. Here's the problem about going on hen do, is it can be very difficult to book activities or like restaurants and stuff, because we're a large group. There were like 9 of us, and you know, the person who was doing the organizing said that oftentimes when they were like emailing restaurants or places to be like, hey, can I book in a group, often the place would be like, sure, what's the group for? Is it like a birthday or what? And she was like, she had to say, yeah, it's like a couple of birthdays. There's a couple of birthdays happening. It's a joint birthday thing. Because she knew that if she said, oh, it's for a hen do, that, you know, we'd be told no. I think the Airbnb we stayed at specifically said no hen do's, but, you know, you just say, oh, it's for a birthday party. Because to be fair, a lot of hen do's, some people have hen do's, and they go absolutely nutty. And they get very drunk, and that's just not us. That's not who we are. But we were technically a hen do, so a lot of places they don't really want you around because they're what? Ooh, sorry, I found a pose that I think might be perfect. Hold on, let me see if I can sketch this out. But yeah, we were good little noodles. We weren't really drinking. I think we didn't. Nobody got drunk at any point. I think maybe we went out for dinner on the Saturday, and I think a couple of people had a glass of wine with dinner. And then we got home and we did like a board game. We did a board game. We dressed up and we did a board game. It was themed. And some more drinking. I was drinking Saturday night. No one got drunk. We just got merry. We got a little bit merry. But we were sensible, right? This is a similar-ish kind of pose, I think, to what I had initially had in mind. Oh, hold on, I need to start again. We're gonna get there, I promise. Sometimes it's worth... Sometimes you have to spend a lot of time on the bit that you really want to just get past. It's your foundations, it's your like the torso. And the hips are like swinging back a bit. And it's like... leggy, like that. There we go. I'm on a roll now. And then an arm is like that. And the other arm's coming round, and then they have a little hand holding a thing. It's like a pinwheel, one of those little windmills you get on the beach. Pinwheel? I think that's the word for it. Which we're going to make into a little magic wand. Yes, that is the basic pose. Which I like. That is a better starting point. But it is just a starting point right now. We need to do a little magic. I'm not going to make this too big. I'm going to get the basics sketched out. Because once I add my little hair buns on, this ends up being a little space. Right, okay. Sorry, I do tend to mutter a lot when I'm drawing, because it's just what I do. When I'm drawing, I just talk to myself like, oh no, we can't do that. Only that needs to go there. So I'm just used to muttering quietly to myself as we go along, or as I go along. Little happy little mouth. There we go, a face for now. Oh, it's a silly little face. Okay, I like this. This is fine. It's a little bit more shoulder definition. Trying to get the titties in the right place. Big butt. Got that back in the wrong place. That's not what the back is. Okay. I think this leg needs to move up a bit. I think it's mostly good. These legs are a little bit thick for me, but everything can be fixed. Usually. Oh, I have actual feet on my model. Where is it? Where did I put it? I have actual little tootsies. I'm not sure whether I want to draw actual little tootsies on this though. I think I just want to do like a little foot. Maybe like little toes. Yeah, maybe we'll do little toes, but I think I just want to do a little foot. Right, let's define the size of this booty. That seems too. Whoa, whoa, don't like that. There we go. Yes, that seems right. I'm going to select this whole leg, copy, paste, because the other leg is pretty much in the exact same sort of pose / position. That's about where I want you. This chest is looking a bit weird to me now. Partially erase it just to get less clippy. I think both these legs need to be moved. Maybe we'll leave that for now, actually. Let's leave it alone. Let me draw some more of the rest of the fucking thing. The pose reference I'm looking at is like a chibi style. It's very chunky. Very chunky. 120 streams straight, by the way. Holy heck. Holy heck. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot, Keone. Thank you. Gosh. Gosh. Something about his legs that's throwing me off. A little bit more booty. Rest of the stuff on this layer. Just have the legs free floating because as I said, the reference I'm drawing from is kind of chunky. It's like a chibi style, but it's got very chunky arms and legs. When I'm drawing myself, I do try to find like chibi style references because I got a big massive head, and it's usually easier to start from, even if it's a very chunky limbed chibi. I find it easier to draw from that and then adjust the like proportions of the legs and stuff. Maybe by the end of the year, 200. We could probably do the maths. I think I reasonably reliably do 4 streams a week. How many weeks are left in the year? Oh, don't tell me it'll be not enough, and then I'll panic about how time is passing too quickly, and then I'm gonna die soon or something like that. Oh, some of you might hate this. My family has already broached the topic of planning Christmas. It's already started. Stream 2 times a day. No, wait, how many weeks left? Hold on. Let me do some rough maths. December, November. Wait, no. November, October, November, December. So we got about 4 months. Let's say that's 4 weeks a month. What's 4 times 4? 16. And multiply that by 4. That's 64. Maybe not quite 200. It's probably gonna be less than that. Maybe. I have a feeling it's more likely it's gonna be more streams rather than more. Because here's the thing, like probably more likely to have things interrupted. Right, what was I doing? Figuring out the torso. Let's hide the leg. That. Let's hide the legs I've done and just figure out this torso and arms. I want to have a bit more of a defined shoulder moment. Here. Ish. Let's start with this one because I think it'll be... This is going to be more difficult. I'm going to have to change the sort of position of... holding this. Might end up a bit tricky. Is that making sense what I've done there? You guys see what I mean? You can hold the... Boop. Hide arms. Also first, then arms. The shoulders. Unless it ramps up to 5 days a week, yeah, Mass put it out as a miss. Yeah, I mean, when I first started streaming, I was doing like 6 days a week. And then I found out that just wasn't sort of sustainable for me. Unfortunately. Yeah, I realized like having more time outside of streams to have a think about what I wanted to do in streams. And just to kind of rest and live life, that kind of thing. I think I ended up... I'm trying to talk and do things at the same time, and we all know that doesn't tend to end up good for me. I don't think those boobs are positioned right. They're just kind of lumped on the chest. Come on, I can do this. I think that's because I'm trying to put the neck too far back. Torso is kind of leaning forward. Yeah. Hold on. Where's the spine? Where's the goddamn spine? Kind of kidney beans. That's what I think is going on. 6-7 days a week is non-viable. I don't know how others do that. Yeah, I think you just got... I can't imagine... I don't know. I think, like, maybe... I think some people, like... I think you have to be the right type of person to really be able to do it. And do it sort of sustainably. You know, some people are just like, their brains are wired in the kind of way where they genuinely are energized and excited and thrive on having a really full schedule and doing things like that. I'm not one of those people. I do not like a full schedule at all, frankly. I would struggle with that a lot. But yeah, some people just love to be busy. And they can't stand not having, you know, a full calendar. So I think, I think I'm still fucking up the boobs. I think I'm just second guessing myself today. I don't think today is a good art day. We're gonna keep trying though. We're gonna try the best we can. Ugh. Yeah, today is a struggle day for art. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get there. I will have something. I will have made stickers by the deadline. By end of September. It's not even end, it's like less than a month. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be okay. I just hate myself right now. That's how I feel. It's fine. It's gonna it's all gonna work out. I'm gonna hate myself for it as well. Maybe I might have some joy if I figure out where the skirt is, because sometimes I think I have maybe confused myself about where the torso is actually meant to attach. The waist is attaching there. Right, I'm going to group these together. Actually, yeah, that I don't know how to explain it, but it's something that is fixed something in my brain a bit. That has fixed something in my brain. Also to attach there. Does that make sense? I think it probably is I've started to ignore the original post reference. No, the torso does not attach there because it's tilted. It doesn't attach like there. We're fine. We're fine. We're managing. We're okay. Figure out where the side of the torso is and where the front is. It's about the front. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself in the way I draw my own boobs. This one needs to be further The way I draw my titties is basically me going, yeah, they're just going to be two perfect spheres just stuck on the chest. Real boobs don't act like that. They're not that perky. But I have decided they are. I'm a fairy. I can have perfect perky boobs if I want to. Whoa! Hello!
Quinlan just stepped through the fairy circle with 24 viewers.
Hello! Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the raid. Quinlan. How you doing? Did the shout out work? The shout out
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Ooh. I'm hydrating a lot with caffeine.
Stretch! Stretch!
Right? Oh boy. Welcome in. What were you up to? Tell me all about everything you've been doing, so I may live vicariously through you. But yeah, welcome in, raiders. Hello. I'm very tired. I had a big weekend. My name is Ismi Archfey. I'm a little British fairy VTuber, and I do a variety of things. As you can see, sometimes I do art. Mostly I'm doing games, but we're taking a little break from my new Pal World obsession. I'm drawing some art, which I will then make into a sticker, that then I will hopefully have a whole bunch of for when I go to Vexpo, or Vexpo. I'm still not 100% sure on how everyone is pronouncing it. The Vexpo, the VTuber Expo that's happening in Birmingham towards the end of September. I'm going on the Saturday, and I'm hoping to meet lots of cool people. And yeah, we're struggling with art and anatomy. I'm not having a great art day, but we persevere. We endure. I was playing Claffolk. It's a super chill city builder where you're in control of Scottish clan in the 1300s, and you've got to survive all the things the environment throws to you. Ooh, that sounds good. That is actually something that sounds right up my street. I don't play them so much on stream, but I am a big lover of like city builders / sort of like colony like simulation games, like resource management. Man, I love having a little what's the word I'm looking for? Little community. I'm like, I've got to take care of them. I'll take care of them. I'll have to check that out. That sounds good. But yeah, just trying to had a struggle. I started off with like one initial rough sketch, and then I was like, this is not working. The anatomy, the positions, it wasn't good. I'm still having a bit of a struggle. Usually I'm pretty good at like getting art out. Once like when I'm on a roll, bash something out in a few hours, in a stream or two. I have a feeling I'm going to be coming back onto this and reworking it. I'm not meaning to be a complainer. I'm just having a struggle. But yeah, if you do need to raid and run, please do so. Please don't hang around if you're tired and you need a nap or anything like that. Please go do what you need to do. Yeah, welcome in everyone. Happy Monday. Last time I was in a struggle art day, I was working on my overlay, so I haven't figured out how to fix it, so we've been under construction for months now. Oh, big mood. Something like, when I made this model... When I made this model, was it? It was. Wait. I lose track of things. Yeah, I'm constantly I try to make everything myself, or as much as possible. And something I thought I would do is like, I'm going to make myself an animated background. How hard can it be? I know a way to make things that are animated and moving. Yeah, it turns out it's a lot harder than I thought. So yeah, I mean, I have an animated background. I made it. I'm just like... It's very much... There's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution. I'll tell you that much. Sorry, I'm just sighing. I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm having a struggle. Right now, let's maybe add some arms and figure out what they're doing. The image I pulled up that I'm using as a pose reference is a chibi style, and the limbs are a lot chunkier, and I'm having to like make them slightly more slender. I think I'm a reasonably chunky, stocky build, but you have to slim down a bit, right? No, oh no, no. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I'm having one of those days right now where every time I try to do something, I hate it and I just want to pack it in and run away from it and go have a nap. Oof. I don't think we're going to make it past the sketch today. I have a really bad feeling. This is not going my way. I cannot get into the flow state, man. Try scribbling something random to get out the jitters. Oh yeah, that might be a good idea. So that we might have to not quite pivot, but yeah, have. It's because there's pressure here. I really want to draw something really nice because it's going to go on a thing. It's going to go on a physical thing. Yeah, oh, my head pat redeem isn't working. Hold on, I have to manually trigger the head pat. Where is it? Button it. There we go. Yeah, thank you for the head pat. Yeah, I put too much pressure on this for myself. I think I need to struggle and cry over the sketch, maybe in private, and then maybe we can come back for the line work and the colouring. That could be fun. I do like the general idea of the pose we've got. Hey, let's do a little mushroom, dude. You're right. Let's quickly make a new canvas. Actually, that's a thought. Is I used to have TTS, and I had a little gnome fella who was like a little mascot, and he like mouth would open. Did his mouth open? Was it the frogs? I think it was the gnome fella had a little mouth that would open. Or was he just hanging around? I forget what he was doing. It was a while ago. But maybe we should redesign the gnome mascot. Like a mascot of some kind, perhaps. Right. Yeah, let's draw a gnome. It's gnoming time. Let me get a big chunky brush. That usually warms me up. You know what I want out of a little gnome guy is big hat. Oops. Nose. That ends up looking a bit like, oh, what are they called? Little Christmas decorations you see everywhere. What they called them? Gonks. No, Mio. Maybe I want some big ears on them though. You smile. Let's just draw some little dudes. Let's draw some little dudes. Oh man. It's a jitters day. I don't normally have days like this. That's the frustrating thing, it's thrown me off. I think it's normally because, yeah, normally when I'm drawing on stream, it is usually just something goofy and very sort of relaxed, you know? There's no pressure, and this is the first time I've been like, oh, let's draw some. I guess it is technically merch. I think I'm crumbling under the pressure. Gonna head into the shadows to do post-stream things. We'll be in the shadows. Okay, thank you. I'll understand. To be honest, I end stream and then I'm running to the bathroom, man. I'm running to the bathroom. I've got to have lunch. So many things to do. Aren't they called gonks? I want it to look like that, but I do think I want a gnome guy. Maybe I want him to have like leggies. So stupid. Oh, actually, here's a thought what I could do that might help me loosen up. The sticker's going to be a circle. Let me as I said, I normally draw myself real goofy looking. Hold on. Hold on. This back up. I'm just gonna grab that because that's the logo I had made, and I'm very excited to use it and put it on something. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Let me do, because I'm overthinking the realsies sticker design. Let me do something loose and goofy. How I normally draw myself. If I was doing a little silly little me, what would I do? We'll start as big round head, big eyeballs, looking in different directions. Little mouth, stupid little hair. Blah, 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 blah. Little antenna, buns and the things. What do I want? Oh, I know what I'd want. I do want the wand. The magical wand. Okay, roll the wand. There we go. That's what I imagine it being like. That's the worst thing I've ever drawn in a million years. Let's draw something still goofy, but better. I just need to let the whimsy flow through me. Oh, I've just thought of... oh, actually, you know what? You know what might be fun? Is to have sort of a goofy version of a sticker. Of me doing something goofy. And then the sort of quote-unquote the serious artwork sticker. Where I'm making myself look a little bit cuter. A little bit more presentable. Oh, here's what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking for the goofy one. Make that a little bit transparent. Is a little... Hold on. I'm thinking like chewing on it. Nom 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 nom. Oh, that brings joy. This sparks joy. Oink, oink. That looks like a mess, but hold on, yes. The juices are flowing, the creative juices are flowing. Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on, let's hide this for a second. I would like to have the little leggies poking out. from behind the logo. Let's go. Some hands coming around. And then the big old head and the mouth and do some teeths. Not my usual teeths. Hold on. What are my canonical teeth? Canonically, I just have like some bunny teeth and some tusks underneath. Not good numbing teeth. I have to do some little teethies like that. Nom nom. Hold on. And this other one. Oh wait, let's move it more to the center of the canvas. Hold on. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I think I've not put the head close enough to the body. Hold on, hold on. This is working, this is working. I did this up in a minute. This is the loosest, roughest sketch what I ever do. We love the glass dip pen overlay. Yeah, it's V-Hand. You can get it on Steam and you can customize what the pen looks like. You can also have like a hand that is holding the pen. And it's very cool. It's very cool. Highly recommend if you like to do the arts. Yes, it has lots of different like pen types. I think you can choose like a crayon. Draw with a crayon, I think. I don't think I have any other presets set up. But yeah, V-Hand. Highly recommend. Hold on, and then I want some hands holding onto this. I probably want little arms coming around. Wait, a hand like there, and then we can have a little arm. Okay, it's all coming together. It's coming together. Let's take this a little bit more seriously. Bum, 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 bum. And turn on the stabilizer. I draw two eyes, the same size and shape roughly, please. Just about. Dun. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yes, this is reinvigorating me. We have got a bit of a flat head here. Hold on. I do technically have a little tiara. What For some reason I never draw. We'll leave that for now. Let's shuffle everything else. Air bitties at the side. Oh, my ears. My little pointy gremlin ears. Hello, Lily. How you doing? How I do? I'm doing okay. Okay, the story. I'm drawing a sticker to hand out at Vexpo to anyone I bump into who wants one. And I was trying to work really hard to make something nice, and then the art gods were not with me. And then a wonderful person suggested I just do something a little bit silly to loosen up. And so we're now doing the gremlin version of the sticker, and I might end up making both. I have sticker paper, I have a printer. I might end up just cutting them out by hand. We'll see. Actually, it might be like a square. Actually, I'll have to figure out what would be easiest. I would like to do them circular, but it might end up being easy if I cut them out sort of square and round off the edges, because I have one of those little corner punches. Stickers are fun. Actually, I do own a cricket. But the problem is, okay, here's my problem with the cricket, is like, you can just set it to like, you know, like put something in the machine, and have it like cut out whatever shapes you want. You can also like set it up so it, you could like have it print the thing and then cut out the exact shapes you want. But then it has only like a very small print area for that. I'm not explaining it badly. I've explained it badly. I'm going to give up. Also, like, my Cricut program is on my old laptop that I haven't opened up in donkey's years. On that, as we do. But who knows? I will probably just cut them out by hand. I'll probably just cut them out by hand. You know what? I don't mind doing that. Is it slower? Yes. But is it a nice, relaxing, repetitive, easy task? Yes. Can't print a bunch of ones that has a small print area. Yeah, it's basically if I had it, because I used to make stickers before, out of like an A4 sheet of sticker paper, there's just like the print area is not quite as big. It's like, I can't remember, it's some number of inches by some number of inches. So it doesn't make efficient use of the sticker paper, like the full A4 sheet. If you want to like print a design and then have it set up so like a proper shape is cut out, I think I'd have to fucking sit down and figure out how to do it, because I've never done it before. I could probably just tell Cricut I want, let's say, six circles cut out per A4 sheet, and then I could just, separate from the Cricut program, print out the designs I want on the A4 sheet, have them placed hopefully correctly, and then just stick that sheet into Cricut and it will cut out the circles. I would just have to make sure that wherever I place the art on the, you know, the A4 printout is aligned correctly to where the circles get cut out. I'll figure it out. I'll do a test run. I'll do a test run. And if I have to end up printing it out by hand, as I said, I'm not bothered. I don't mind cutting it out by hand. As I said, I love me a nice, easy, repetitive task to be doing. Do I want my little thingies to be looking like that? Yeah. Why not? Fingies. Bum, 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 bum. Let's not forget our little gloves. Let's give ourselves some fingerless gloves on this one. That'd be fun. Well, it's just a big challenge to see whether I can remember all the sort of design elements of my own design. This is meant to be a nice little frilly skirt. We can make these legs shorter. Oops. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I'll problem solve. I'll figure it out. It is not an impossible task. We can do hard things. Oh, wings. I have to... Oh, I'm a little fairy. I have wings. I need to remember that. I think they're probably going to be mostly... obscured by what I'm doing here. Copy. Paste. Shape. That side, wonderbar. I mean, I do like a little craft project. It'll be fun. Right, I need to... Wait, I'm going to group this together so I can move it because I've run out of space around the head. Where's the thing? There it is. I need to draw my little tiara and my antenna. Right, let's simplify the tiara. And just give it one little bit of spikiness. That'll do. And then whoop, your antenna. Not that. That's not the tool I wanted. I wanted to erase things. Tiara's too big. Looks silly. Looks silly. I'm doing it different there so I can arrange it. No, that's still looking bad. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Maybe let's draw the antenna first. Then we'll worry about the other stuff. I've forgotten anything. I have my ears, I have my wings. What else do I normally forget that should be visible? I think we're okay. I think we're okay, right. Hold on. Oh, thing like that. Grab that, because that's my favourite brush. Let's line this. I like drawing goofy things. They make me giggle. Very much a case of it sparks joy. I just like drawing stuff and then halfway through just kind of looking at what I'm doing, having a moment of like clarity, a bit like, oh, this is ridiculous. And I just like having a little giggle at it. It's like having a little giggle. Just having a laugh. Ooh, my tummy's starting to rumbly. Ooh, what to have for lunch? Oh, did I tell you guys about the? I had afternoon tea. First time ever. I've never had it before. And as I said, was on Hindu. We had afternoon tea. It was a great little place. Immaculate vibes. Not too snobby. That's the big thing. It's like the friend who organised everything. They said when they were looking for an afternoon tea place, they said a lot of the, like cafes they were looking at just had a really snobby vibe, but they found the place we went to. It was really nice and relaxed, very fun. The owner was amazing. They were a delight. Yeah, it was just a great time. The food was great. Scones were amazing. I love me a scone. I love me a scone. What else? A tiny little sandwich. Ooh, I love me a little tiny cucumber sandwich. So good. Oh, it was delightful. I didn't even eat that much cake in the end. Because, you know, it's tiny sandwiches and tiny cakes, and I love me some tiny sandwiches especially, but tiny cakes too are also a delight. But I kind of surprised myself. I wasn't too into the sweets. They were fine. It was just, I think, I like savories. I like savories, you know. That was so good. It was so good. I had a wonderful time. And now I wish to visit more tea rooms and have more afternoon tea. Though I fear none will live up to the one I visited yesterday. One can dream. I had such a great experience. I thought to myself, oh man, I want to run a tea room. It was mainly because like they were like tiny little fancy plates. I love me a fancy plate. Kind of like fancy china that your mum, not your mum, but your gran would keep in a cabinet or on display somewhere. You know, something with like gold edging and like little paintings of flowers on the plate, and it's like, oh, it's all very nice. Oh, that's my best china, that is. The stuff that these days it just ends up in antique stores and no one really uses because they're tiny little plates and no one uses them anymore. They're perfect for little afternoon tea now. I need to erase some of this. Yeah, I had a great time. Tiny little cakes. Just keep thinking of the food. What else did we get up to? Had a little bit of a spa day. Everyone else got massages. I was like, I don't want to be touched by a stranger. And so they were like, okay, you sit it out. Yeah, it wasn't into stranger touching. Then, like, when we were at the place and everyone else was getting their massages and coming back from them, and everyone was like, oh, I feel like £1,000,000. This was amazing. That was the best experience of my life. I'm like, okay, maybe I should have signed up for one. I was getting a little bit jealous. I was like, oh man, I'm missing out. Maybe I do want someone to rub my shoulders or something. Unless I missed out due to my own desire for no touching. No touching. Ooh, I think that's the line work. Okay, let's... Ooh, hold on. Where are my eyeballs? There they are. Do I want the hair to go over the eyeballs? I think I do, yes. Let's tidy this up. Anything else crossing over when it shouldn't be? No, I think we're okay. Right, I'm going to merge together layers with the line work and okay, hold on. I'm going to make this background a bit darker. There we go, so I can see what I'm doing. Ooh, maybe not that dark actually. And then going round, and I'm going to erase all these bits where they cross over here. Oh, we want that. There we go. Yes, that's what I want. We've got a nice clean edge. This is coming together nicely. Like, I think I might. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong bit. Already done it wrong. Oh, wasn't paying attention. The hand, the little hand, that can be in front. Would erase all the other bits. We're okay. We survived. I wasn't paying attention. I think I might actually, yeah. This did start off as a silly little sort of loosening up exercise. But I think I might actually go for it and print this out and have like a little goofy sticker available as well as a more serious one. A pretty one, as well as a available as well as a goofy one. I feel this one maybe catches my essence a bit more, you know? Erase this bit that is like inside my mouth. Let's get some colours down. Where? Hold on. I'm gonna quickly copy you and stick you there so I can, oops, grab colours from you. Good. Doobie doobie doo boop. Massages always confuse me. Stranger danger. Yeah, like I don't mind. I don't mind like like a shoulder rub or something like that from a friend or someone else that like I know and I'm already like comfortable with. But yeah, like the idea of someone I've never met before, like and like getting undressed and someone I've never met before is like, I'm going to touch you now. I was like, I think I'll pass on that one. I think that's the big difference. Because even with like friends, I'm not like a touchy feeling person. You know, I'm not big on. I don't love giving hugs to my friends. This sounds a bit mean, but like it's not a case of I don't want to hug my friends. I don't enjoy hugging my friends. It's more of a case of like I'm just not the kind of person who is naturally like a touchy, huggy person. Especially not with people, and then like yeah, especially not with people I'm not familiar with. So like yeah, the idea of them touching me did not like it. Perfect. This is working out well so far. Yeah, everyone was coming back from their massage like they've just met Jesus, and I was like, maybe I should have signed up for one. Maybe I should look into that, because like apparently the massage therapist was like, you know, working on them, and they would just be like, ooh, you sit at a desk all day for work, don't you? You're right-handed. You do a lot of heavy lifting, don't you? Ah, right. And they were just like knowing things based on what kind of like muscle groups were all knotted up. Oh, hello. Delta! Thank you for checking in and catching your bubbles. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm just... We started off trying... Well, that's not meant to be orange. We started off trying to do a very cute and attractive sweet little sticker design, and then the art was not arting for me, so we have pivoted. I'm doing a bonus design. I'm doing a goofy little sticker, which was just meant to be like a little kind of warm-up exercise, something to loosey-goosey, relax a bit, take the pressure off. Yeah, I'm really loving it. Doing alright, bit of streaking to cool off. How are you? Oh, I'm alright. It's not too hot here. Only like 20. So I'm surviving so far. I think I'm gonna have a heckin' good nap this afternoon though. Because as I've been chatting about, I went to a hen do. Went to a hen do over the weekend, and nothing crazy happened, but oh, and I got a full night of sleep last night. Got home yesterday evening. And I'm genuinely surprised that not like how tired I feel. I'm not super tired. It's more just like I'm a little bit tired around the edges of my eyes. That's it. And I'm feeling that I'm just not 100%, but like not 100% in a good way. I had a good weekend, and I'm just needing a little bit more of recovery than I thought I would. I thought I'd be fine. I thought I'd bounce back. Didn't have any worries. Some for you guys, yeah. The time of the year where usually is marked by it. Sometimes you see some blue sky and it rains slightly less often, but this year it's been all wrong. There's been too much blue sky, not nearly enough cloud. It has rained almost never. It's when we went like a full month and a half without any rain. Been hearing all the complaints from people in EU about the heat. Yeah. It's not right or natural what we've been going through. I know there's many countries throughout the world where, you know, it's a million degrees hotter. We all understand that. We all understand that we're big old little babies. But it's just like, we're not built for this. It ain't right. It ain't natural. We were never meant to exist in such conditions. And we're not happy about it. I mean, the biggest problem, I think, is like, it's a kind of, here's the thing. A lot of people have suggested, you know, from other countries, hotter countries, be like, oh, you need to get an AC. You need to get AC. You need to get a portable AC unit. I have portable AC unit. It is a godsend. But that doesn't solve the problem, because the problem is out there. Yes, I can cool down my house, but we are facing a whole bunch of like massive crop failures. That's going to be a massive issue. It's awful. There's no water. Because don't get me started on what the government has done about reservoirs over the past 35 years. Basically, I will get started. The government has sold off a whole bunch of water reservoirs over the past 35 years and has not built any more. So the water shortages, basically, is the problem. And just, yeah, it's just kind of all a bit fucked. It's winter where I am, though I'm at the equator, so winters are low 17 and high 28. That's your winter. Europeans are not. We're not made for this. Europe is not made for this. The climate and habitats of Europe are not suited to or made for this. It's not just. It's an issue beyond just like, oh, a whole bunch of people are very hot and sweaty and don't know what to do with themselves because they don't have AC. Like, fitting air conditioning into every building is not solving the problem. Are we going to stop being sweaty and smelly? Yeah, but as I said, like, even just my area alone, like my local authority area, I saw a post by the local authorities a couple of weeks ago that was like, oh, in this area there's been over 1,000 wildfires, and they were like, and half of those we see evidence that they've been set deliberately. Please stop setting fires. The grass is so dry. It's so dry. It is not meant to be this dry. It is very unnatural. It's not built for it. We're not going to survive. But yeah, that's yeah. It's a whole thing. I think that's what a lot of people kind of don't get. It's not just a problem that can just be solved by being like, oh, okay, I guess we, you know, get AC. It's the problem is bigger than that. It's so much worse. It's so much bigger and worse. That's the point I'm trying to drive home. Like, it's not right or natural. Not right or natural. I'm in Australia at the top where it's rainforest all around. The lowest I've seen is like 10 degrees. 10. The lowest is 10. That's crazy to me. I mean, yeah. 10. I mean, like, one of the great things about weather in Britain is that generally speaking, it's meant to, typically, for most of history, it's been very, very mild. That's the beauty of British weather. It has the reputation for it like raining all the time, and yes, it rains a fair bit. Most of the time, it is quite a wet country. It's nothing crazy. But that means that we have a lot of lush greenery pretty much all through the year. Usually summers, like, everything stays most of the time pretty green. You will... Usually, in the summer, the only usually green stuff that dries out and goes brown is people's lawns, because they mow it too short, and so it does dry out when we do get a little bit of hot weather for a few days. We've had that kind of hot weather for weeks now, and it's too much, and we're not built for it. I swear to God. And yeah, so now we're getting like massive wildfires going everywhere. But yeah, we're meant to be like nice and lush and green, and the summers are pretty mild and the winters are pretty mild. We don't have any kind of extreme weather events usually. So yeah, this is very unnatural and not right, and is not acceptable. Frankly, it is not acceptable. The UK is a myth. 10 Celsius was also a record low for my city. In summer, we range from 30 to 49. I'd die. Sometimes up to 50, death. With a humidity of 80 to 90%, which is around Christmas time. I'd just give up and give in. I'd throw myself to the crocs or something. Whatever. Or the emus, or the snakes, or the spiders. One of your many deadly animals. I couldn't. But no, it's generally meant to be very mild here. Like, the winters, you might have, like, a few days, a short while, where it occasionally dips a little, just below freezing. Like, 0 to -2. No, you should get colder than -2, maybe up to 4 if it's a very cold snap. And then, you know... And then in summer, I'd say 25 is a more normal, hot summer day type of weather, type of temperature. More than that, it does feel a bit wrong to me. But yeah, it's meant to be mild. It's meant to be very... meant to be a nice place to live sometimes, sort of. It can be a nice place to live. Mildness. Mildness is what should be happening here. And it's not. And then we suffer. We're suffering. Spots? I'm doing my spots the wrong colour. And then... the rainforest and the mangroves vary out, so we have crocs that cross the roads when it floods, and cassowaries, which are worse. Oh, the cassowaries! Yes, I've heard of them. Dinosaur birds that are angry at the universe and will, like, disembowel you with a kick. And all that kind of... oh, and all that jazz. I have heard of such beasts. But yeah, we're meant to be temperate and mild, and yes, quite rainy. We're meant to have like the milky tea of weather, just like, oh, that's just a bit plain, mild, inoffensive. Colour in the inside of this mouth. Where's my skin? There it is. I said this elsewhere, but 20 and over is too much for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't do well in the hot weather. I don't have good circulation, so my feet and hands swell up a bit, and I'm not very comfortable. But I'm also, you know, naturally ginger, so I just kind of accept that just because it's a bit much for me doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong. But yeah. You know, we've been regularly hitting temperatures of over 25 the past couple of months, and that's just not right. It's not right. Cassowaries are fun when driving up the mountain through the rainforest. Just see one outside, you can't look at like they want to kill you. Do they want to kill you, or is it just a case of like, oh, their faces are just like that? Because I think there are many creatures in the world which suffer from, like, they just have a face. They just have a face like that, you know? Though I do believe that the cassowaries do indeed have the murderous intent behind the look. Where did I put them? Do. Oh, they kill anything that moves. Yeah, I'd never go to that place. Oh my god. My other half once said, like, when we were talking about places around the world we'd want to visit one day, someday. My other half said, oh yeah, Australia. I was like, well, Australia is kind of a cool, you know, an interesting place. I said, but like, I don't think it's worth flying, you know, to the other side of the world for. I don't think there's anything specifically there for us that we'd be interested in doing. Like, I was like, what do you, like, realistically, what? Go to Australia to do what? To see what? What activities do you want to take part in? And they were like, oh, let's see the Sydney Opera House. I was like, are you a fan of opera? And they were like, well, no. I was like, are you a fan, a big appreciator of architecture? Because it is quite architecturally significant, it's notable. And they were like, no, not really. And I was like, so, like, what about seeing this Sydney Opera House in person is any different than seeing a picture of it in a book to you, really? And they were like, like, yeah, that's what I thought. It's just a notable thing. Like, honestly, we don't like the beach. We're not big beach people. So I was like, you don't want to go surfing on Bondi? Don't want to sunbathe? We're not going to the outback. I will fucking... Because that was my main point. I was like, I'm ginger. I will fucking die. What is in Australia that's worth me dying for? They really couldn't name anything. I think there were also like a few other things that they mentioned. I was like, these are all like, I can't remember, but particular locations. I was like, these are all over Australia. We're not taking a road trip across Australia. It's massive. Most of it is deadly desert nothingness. We'll fucking die. We're gonna end up in one of those YouTube documentaries about tourists that underestimate how big the outback is, try to drive across it with no water and not enough fuel, and then they get stranded and they wander off trying to find help and then they die. I'm not becoming a statistic. The venomous and poisonous animals here are fine to deal with the birds of the evil. I've heard that. You have like swooping season? I've heard of swooping season. What am I doing here? Hold on. I need to add some details. I need to add in the fine print of the art. Hold on. Just refocus for a moment and then we'll get back to yapping. Give cassowaries, but you also get the 20+ waterfalls around my city and the butterfly sanctuary. That does sound lovely. It's like, I'm not denying that there's much beauty and wonderment to be found in Australia. I'm just saying, to fly to the other side of the world, is there any kind of specific beauty and wonderment that cannot be found somewhere else? And also, like, to fly to the other side of the world, I'm not going to be there for a weekend. You'd want to spend like a couple of weeks there, like, to make the time of the flight worth it. It would have to be part of a larger sort of international trip where we're going to other places, other countries around the world, and it's a stop on the trip, And it's just, it was more of okay, it's not a case of like there's nothing in Australia. It's like, what, when I questioned my other half, I was like, what can you name what specifically about Australia can you name that you really, really want to go see? And they just couldn't. I was like, well, I guess we're not going then. Not yet. Maybe if we tick off every other country in the world first, They like their coffee and then they like Melbourne, so many coffee snobs. Alas, they're a tea drinker. They're a tea belly through and through. You want nasty Australia, you can go to Tasmania, see fairy penguins. Oh, and none of the dirties. Okay, Tasmania. Tasmania. You guys remember that cartoon? I loved that. I loved Tasmania. I'm trying to remember whether he made noise. He didn't speak. I'm trying to remember whether he just did like a kind of noise or not. I forget. That was one of my favourite Saturday morning cartoons. There's also curfews, which you get all puffy when angry, which is... Here's the thing. I think, in our conversation about holidaying around the world and the topic of Australia, I think I ended up saying, like, hey, if we're going to that part of the world, probably better off going to New Zealand. Visit Hobbiton. We're both very interested in sort of like that kind of vibe. What else? Visit Hobbiton. Just general landscape, very pretty. As far as I'm aware, less dangerous murder animals trying to kill you. Bit smaller. more travelable. The little kiwi birds. I think New Zealand is just Australia is the better version of Australia, but not that similar to Australia. Australia's much nicer neighbour. What's an Aussie attraction? Dreamworld? Honestly, we don't have much for attractions other than natural. Could go down weekend and then go New Zealand. Which feels like Aussie's betrayal by far. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go to New Zealand and we'll stop off on Australia. Just to tick it off the list. I'm sure that, yeah. I do love, like, natural attractions. I'm not poo-pooing them at all. It's just a case of, like, I don't think I could name, like, specific ones, you know, that enough specific ones that, here's my thing, I'm trying to like put words together in my head. There are many, many wonderful things in the world, around the world, that are all worth visiting. That doesn't necessarily mean that what you have to do to be able to visit them is worth it for every single one. Does that make sense? Like okay, let's take an example, like Grand Canyon in America land. I would consider that a place worth visiting, you know? But it's always, everything that's worth visiting is with the caveat of like, oh, under the right circumstances type of thing. Oh yeah, Grand Canyon, worth visiting. I'm not going to, you know, go over to America just to see the Grand Canyon, though. I'm not gonna, you know, do a detour to see the Grand Canyon if I happen to be visiting New York. You know, it's the other side of the country. Not worth a big detour just to see the Grand Canyon. Where is it? Is it in Nevada? It's around that neck of the woods. If I was that side of America, the West Coast, and I was planning a trip, I would maybe plan. I think it's worth planning if we're going to be in the area or making a detour to the area, then to see the Grand Canyon and maybe other stuff that's around. So yeah. New Zealand's murder animals died out before colonisation. There's also the kakapo bird in New Zealand, which is very cute. Uluru here and rainforest, but that's the popular stuff. Zoom back a bit. Shoo-boo-boo, dee-doo-doo. Shading. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Bum, 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 bum. Yonky donkey. We're almost done with that. I'm going to put the eyeshadow on and then I'm going to double check to see if I've missed anything important. We do have a plant which I tell everyone they need to know about. It's called the ice cream tree and the seed pods taste like vanilla ice cream. Very good. See, here's the thing. I think I know enough about Australians to know when maybe they are doing a little bit of the bullshit to play a funny little prank for tourists. And my senses of those seed pods actually taste like vomit. My senses for that are tingling. I'm not fully distrustful because it's Australia and weird things happen in Australia. It's the land of madness and crazy stuff. Bum, bum. You can also see the glowworm caves. Ooh, glowworms. You're saying the truth. So distrustful. I've been stung before. Eyes. Ooh, we want to put a little shadow like inside the mouth. Oh, nom 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 nom. Oh, this sparks joy. Oh, it sparks joy. Right, I think I want to put a little bit of shading and colour on the tiara. Ba 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 da do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's annoying me. Let's fix this little bit of. Bloop. It's not native but grew rapidly here. The scientific name is Inga edulis. Fact check. Inga edulis. Ice cream bean. Aww. Known as ice cream bean, paterna, whitey, perdue, cushion, Quiniquil? Hello! Guama or guava is the fruit native to Central and South America. It is the mimu. Pharaoh, hello! It's the best fastest around. Thank you! How you doing? Hope you had a good weekend, Pharaoh. I'm learning things about the ice cream bean, which I believe to be a lie. Oh. The specific name edulis is Latin for edible. Common name ice cream bean alludes to the sweet flavour and smooth texture of the pulp. Oh, you were telling the truth. I thought my arm was being twisted. I thought I was being set up to have a terrible taste experience. Should I ever visit Australia? Oh, now I know. Right, let's... Is there anything I need to fix? I think I'm going to merge these layers down. Any egregious mistakes? No, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's not worry too much about it. It was meant to be... What was meant to be a gentle warm-up type of dealio. Let's get this a bit more central. I think. Ice cream bean. Yeah, apparently in Australia they have this thing called the ice cream bean. It's growing around and apparently it's very yummy and tastes like ice cream. See, now let me tell you about the drop bears. Now I know about the drop bears. They kill thousands of Australians every year. Not gonna trick me with them. Right, so, if we're printing on printer paper, of course, white background is just gonna be a plain background. I am planning to get myself some like holographic shiny printer paper, which should be cool. So here's what I'm thinking, is a little bit of like an ombre background of sorts behind my little self. Maybe in a pink? Maybe a little pink? I'm just gonna smudge it out. I should have used the airbrush brush I have. This one I might cut into squares and then round off the corners. That would be an easy way to cut that out. Maybe more of an orange though? We also do have murder plots, so if you ever come, don't go north to the rainforests. Oh, trust me, I won't. Trust me, I won't. Hold on. Shoopy doop. Yeah, I think that'll do. Right, I'm good. I should let me save as. Hold on, bear with. Save that, and I'll probably fiddle with it later. Right. Let's try this one again. Oh, I'm looking at it and I instantly hate myself all over again. Weekend was good. My eye situation still isn't solved. Oh no, need to call another specialist for the cornea today to make an appointment. Oh, hopefully you can get that sorted and hopefully you can get a good outlook. Haha, but tish. One of them is rated as the most painful plant in the world. Oh, I've heard that. I've heard that. All the serious things are ruled out, though, so at least that's good. At least, yes. I mean, generally, like, from my understanding, doctors usually try to work on like a basis of ruling out, and they start with like the most likely things, the most common ailments. And if those are ruled out, then they're like, okay, now to be safe, let's rule out the most serious things, because we want to I can deal with that if it's the most serious thing. And then once those are ruled out, it's like, okay, it's something not serious, but something uncommon and difficult to figure out. So they end up scratching their heads for a little bit. They'll get there eventually. I mean, yeah, sometimes things just take a while to get diagnosed because they're just not common. So unhappy with everything I've done. I still like this pose. I think maybe I was making my legs too skinny. I think it might just end up being a cry over it off stream type of deal. Oh, you know what I am thinking though? Hold on, let me... Oh, that's backwards, but yeah, doesn't matter. Thinking, what do we do? Positioning, composition-wise. Little hand leaning on it. No, I don't really want me interacting with the thing. Do Actually, that's a thought. I want the logo on there somewhere. You want the logos? Yeah. Well, that could actually work. And if we do... There's my brush. That's a colour. My wings. The struggle forever. Struggle forever. So I was sure that it's not anything that couldn't, just frustrated that I haven't learned what is going on. Yeah. Oh, got a sneeze coming. It's gone. This is tantalizing. I feel so close, yet so very terribly far. I'm putting too much pressure. The thing is, like, every time I look at this, I'm like, this needs to be right. This needs to be right and good. And the perfect, not necessarily perfect, but this has to be worthy. Be worthy of the thing. It's my little fluffy skirt. Trying to... What I'm trying to do right now is convince myself that it's okay. It's okay. So, you know. Also, I keep doing my boobs wrong. Pissing me off. And that was also what was throwing me off a lot. It's like I couldn't seem to get the titties right. And getting the titties right is very important. My little dress, more or less. Remember the faces. Huh? Tail? Tail. Bum, bum. The hair around the bottom a bit. Doink, doink. Maybe the antennas need to go in the same direction. I don't know. I'm not too sure which way the face need to be right. I know I'm not being very exciting right now, but the ear. I like the vibe I've got going on here now. Blocking out the space, I feel, is helping me. I think we're gonna... What I am gonna end up doing is keeping the body proportions a bit chunkier and thicker, like this. think I also need to decide, am I going to have an actual little foot? We might do an actual little foot. Or just little nubbies? Little nubbies can be cute, but I think for this I want... I don't know. What do I want? What do I want? Just drawing the arm, not how it is. The reference. Yes. Boop, boop, boop. Knuckle. Yeah, that should be like... Ooh, he's coming together a little bit. I'm feeling a bit better about this. And then... Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Shorter that side. This has come together a bit. Hey Bob, hello. How was this dimple design? I was struggling with this a lot earlier, but now I am feeling much better and gooder. Also, we do have a backup goofy little sticker design of me eating my own little new logo. He's cute, no? I think. I've got a backup. I've got a little goofy one, which is just fun at his vibes. So I'm gonna have stickers. I'm gonna have stickers to hand out at Vexpo. And if I can, I will be able to figure out the art on this one. Is no worries. Tis not a worry. Tis not a concern. Ooh, dehydrate. Thank you. Some of my redeems aren't.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Yes, it'll all work.
Stretch! Stretch!
Oh, gee, that too. Reach towards the sky. Excuse me. Okay, I've stretched. Yeah, I think the little face is coming together. Let's flip it. Get flipped, bitch. Does it still look good? Flipped? Maybe, perhaps. Ooh, what kind of face do I want to be making? I think, though it's nice to be smiley, I think we want eyes open. I think happy little open mouth. Something like that. Perfect. Okay, let me try and be a bit more serious. Just realized when I'm drawing myself kind of, you know, casually like this, I realize I do tend to not really draw my eyes and stuff, or even a lot of stuff the way it looks on the model. You tend to... That droops down a bit. We've got more of a droopy puppy eye. Dang, I be forgetting what I look like. I've created eye crimes. What the fuck is me? What the fucking fuck? What is my problem? What did I do here? This was the sort of inspiration I drew many moons ago. These eyes are pretty cute and that's a friendly little face. I wish to recreate the friendliness of this face. I'm probably going to end up leaving the eyes till last. We continue to have trouble. Okay, the paint did not help. Oh! Oh! Maybe, perhaps we're getting somewhere. Little eyebrows. Little nose in there will surely sweeten the deal. Think we're getting somewhere. Perhaps. Getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. I'm figuring it out. Okay, okay. I don't think I have it in me to do this today. I like where we've gotten here. Oh, we're in the middle of an outbreak. That makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Do actually image scale image to new size. boob is still not right. Oh, right. Group everything together. We back from the break? I was just in the middle of muttering to myself. I'm really nervous about doing too much on this today. I think because we didn't start off very well. I think I have just kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? My confidence is not very good. My confidence is not up there, you know? That's not the way you can be. My confidence is not very good. We'll see how far we can get on this today. I think if I can get a solid a solid first sketch, because this doesn't feel quite good enough to be a first sketch yet. Also, I noticed those boobs still aren't right. The booby positioning is not right. And the more I look at it, the more I see it. If I can figure out composition, everything where I want it to be, figure out some of the anatomy that I'm struggling with. In the regard going for like a very simplified anatomy, I think I have everything where I want it to be and everything's the right shape that I want it to be. I think I would like that. I think I'll be happy. I think this boob wants to be up here and this wants to be more down here. Oh, I think that's right. I think that is the thing. What's a backless dress? Fine. More or less. That's more like it. Oh, I thought that was going to take me a lot longer to figure out. That has made me feel better about myself. It's better. Let's put you there. Where is it? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, the furs, the furs, the furs. Mustn't forget, I have a little fluffy fur around my neck. And that needs to be over the shoulder a little bit. There. Some little wings. wings. Oh, drawing the wings is going to be a little bit of a tricky bit. A tricky bit that I'm not super looking forward to. We'll figure it out though. Might finish early today. I am feeling. I am quite tired. I did not realise I was so tired, and I don't want to just. I'm scared I'm going to grind to a halt on this for today, and then I'm just going to be staring at the screen, doing nothing. And I don't think that's a great fun time for you guys. But let's try to get to a nice point. When I come back to this, I'll look at it, I'll be like, I know what I was doing here. I know what to do now. Easy peas. Let's get a bit more of a solid shape to the hair. Let's outline that a bit. I like the sort of shapes I've blocked in with the colour. Let's add a bit more. I'm happy with that. Ooh, wait, that's pretty. Oop. Do. Hold on, trying to figure out where this hair is going. It's all coming back, all coming back to me now. I realise I've just gone been really quiet for the past few minutes. I've just so the groove has come back, and I've just been trying to lock it in. No, I didn't like the way something was. Erased it, and I've ended up redrawing it exactly the same. You like that? You like that? Maybe, perhaps. Maybe. That. Oh, this is coming together quite nicely. Bum, bum. Do, 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 do. Going much better. It was going much better than it was first thing today. Let's try to add a little crown. Hope it doesn't go terribly wrong. looks okay. That looks okay, I think. The ankles off. Maybe? Let's try again. Let's try again. When I'm drawing my head's at pretty much exactly the that still looks bad. Ah, I regret ever crowning myself. We can fix this. We can fix this. We can figure something out. Okay, I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy again. Okay, that bit's tricky. Let's do something else. Let's move to another area. Figure it out. The feet. Are we going to have ourselves some actual little feetsies? Nubbies are kind of cute. What we could do is just add some little toes to the nubbies. That'll look weird. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think I need to make them a little bit more foot-shaped. Or do I? I kind of like the little nubby toes. Okay, okay, yes, I like that. Just putting in whereabouts the kneecaps should be. No, yeah, it's fine. No, I don't need those for blush placement. The knees are indicated by the little blushies, usually. I don't think this was drawn after my last model. I think it was the one before. Just realised. There's some details on it. And I'm like, hold on a minute. This is more out of date than I realised. Oh, sparkle stamp. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I like it this way around. We'll have to flip the... Where is it? Logo back over. I'll get a fresh copy of it. Whoop. You ready? Help! I think else? I haven't double checked. Okay, here's something I did a bit naughty. I haven't actually thought much about how big the stickers are actually going to be. I think I was initially thinking 3 inches across, but I think that will be too big. I think that would be too big. Maybe 2. I think 2 inches is much better. Sorry, I just zoomed it out so that on my screen that I'm working from. That is about how big. Ow! My toe. Just will be. Should still be very readable. Yeah, I think that would be cute. 2 inches across, nice and circular, and then this one. An 1.5 inches? It might end up being a similar kind of size actually. 1.5 inches, 1 inch. We'll see. We'll see. That's going pretty well. Okay, let me save that actually. Oh, what time is it? We've got about half an hour left in my time slot, but is there anything else I want to do for this right now? Let's flip it over again. I think I'm really quite happy with this. I'm really quite happy with this. I think what this needs is for me to have a nap, have some lunch, have a nap, and then come back a bit more rested and refreshed. Yeah. I might work on it some more this evening. I might come back with it tomorrow. We might do some more work on it tomorrow. We'll see where we are. I would like to. It would be really nice if I could come back tomorrow and show you guys a whole bunch more progress on it. That would be really sweet. But I'll have to see how I feel this evening. Rightio. I think I'm going to call it a day there. We are finishing early. But I think it's the right thing to do. I have learned from much experience that trying to, especially when I'm doing art, it does tire me out quite a bit. I'm already starting tired, so it is better to just know when to call it a day. Let me see if I can find someone to raid out into. Maybe someone else doing some art, that'd be quite nice. Bum 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 bum. Oh, this is crazy. You usually have 1 million people who are doing art. It's a quiet day today. A quiet day today. Hello, hello. Oh, I know. I know what I want us to do. Down a BRB right now, so I shall yap for a little bit. Anyway, yeah, okay. I'm gonna raid Pon Pon because it's doing art. They're doing art requests. The art requests are closed, but they're working on art requests, so I'd love to see what Pon Pon's doing. Yeah, I'll be back again 10 AM UK time tomorrow. If I've made some if I'm feeling good about any progress I've made on this or what progress I could make on this, I'll be back with more art for this. Maybe some panels. No, I think we'll do art regardless. I'll come back with something. We'll work on this some more. I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. That's probably what's going to end up happening. Yeah, I'll be back 10 AM UK time. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some good art done and I'll be able to show off some finished stickers by September. And I'll show you some. I'll make sure you guys see the finished product. Hopefully I'll get some holographic sticker paper. That'll be really fun. Right. Anyway, I had a wonderful time hanging out with you guys. I hope you had a good time hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. But in the meantime, have fun, be good, take care of yourselves, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. We're gonna go raid Pon Pon, okay? Bye bye.